Howdy, Justin from the Photo Frontier here, and here's a quick introduction to our Lightroom presets. Thanks again for purchasing these. If you've already purchased them, that's awesome. I want to show you how to install them and then also use them because we have a little bit of a system behind our Lightroom presets. So to install them is really easy. You've got an email, you've downloaded them. Simply go into Lightroom, go into Preferences, and then show your Lightroom presets folder. And its key here is this develop presets. That's what's going to allow you to see them in your sidebar. So just go ahead and grab the folders that contain the presets and move them into the develop presets folder. There you go. Should be good to go, but you will have to relaunch Lightroom, so we're going to do that, and we will be right back. All right, now that we've got Lightroom restarted, you're going to need to go to the Develop module to test these presets and use these presets. So we're going to go ahead and open an image, hit the Develop module. So now over here, they're expanded. We can collapse them. So you see all the presets, whatever ones you purchased, whether it's a complete collection or just an individual pack. So if you want to use them, it's very easy to apply. You can just go ahead and do so. One quick note about our presets is we don't impact the exposure. Probably in 99% of the presets we don't. We kind of leave that up to you as the photographer. So go ahead and apply the preset, then you can adjust the exposure accordingly to best suit your needs. So if you don't like that preset, you can just go ahead and maybe try another preset. Get the idea? There we go. So there you have it. Those are the quick way to apply the presets. But I want to show you some other things because our preset is a bit of a system. If you've purchased the graduated neutral density pack, let's go ahead and jump in and see how that works. So if you've purchased the graduated neutral density filters, you see them here. There's two things. If your filter starts with an H, it's a hard stop filter. See there? And if it starts with an S, it is a soft stop filter. And then you have variations on your number of stops as well as your colorized, or your color, as well as the saturation level of them. So if, in this case, we want to maybe put on a soft stop purple filter. Let's do like one stop on that. We can grab the, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab the one stop purple, 10%. So it's a soft stop, but you will have to position it. So just go ahead and to your grads, grab it, and then you can move your line to wherever you want. And at that point, then you've got your exposure controlled, you've got it colorized if you chose to colorize it, and then you can go back into your image and finally fine-tune it. So that's our graduated neutral density pack, and that's the way those work. So choose your stop, your color, if you want color, and then go ahead and position it. So let's see how maybe our duotone filters work. So let's go ahead and pop back into our library. We'll develop this image. So the duotone filters were developed for monochromatic images, but you can apply them to color images if your muse guides you. So let's go ahead and pop into the duotones, and maybe we want to sepia tone this image. There you go. If you don't like that, you can go ahead and reset it. If you want to apply the super secret Haas tone, you can do that. It's kind of my custom tone I like. It's kind of a selenium vibe. If you don't like that, you can go ahead and reset it. But that's the way the duotones work. Pretty straightforward. They work great for monochromatic images. So we're going to go ahead and reset that. Now let's pop into the system, or our Lightroom preset system, and show you how to use them. So if we go into this image, we hit develop, and we want to choose one of our presets, but then I want to show you how our Frontier tools work. So if we pop into the Santa Fe pack here, actually this is one of the images the Santa Fe pack was developed from. So you can see some of the presets. Etc. I'm going to go ahead and reset that, and we'll go with Santa Fe skies. That was actually the image that this photo is developed from, or these presets are developed from. So if we like that, great. But we want to actually add a little more adjustments to it. You can definitely go over to your develop module and do as you like, or you can kind of jump into our one-stop shop here and use some of these targeted kind of global adjustments. So if we want to maybe add a little more contrast to it, just do contrast plus. If we want to reset the contrast, we can do that. So let's go ahead back into contrast plus, and maybe we want to make this a little faded, add some grain to it. So we're going to add some medium-sized grain to it. There we go. And we want to add a little bit of a vignette to it. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm not super excited about that grain, let's say. So we can just go ahead and reset the grain. So that's how our finishing tools work. They're just one-stop shop or single clicks to do increase or decrease certain targeted adjustments. So that's the finishing tools. And there you have it. So again, we don't touch exposure, or at least we normally don't touch exposure. The graduated neutral density filters, you saw how to use those. And then go ahead and use your presets, and then you can use the finishing tools to quickly finish your images. Let's just go through one more. All right, let's go ahead and finish this one using the complete system so you can get a feel for it. So first, we choose our preset, and nothing says vintage like an old VW Bug. So we're going to go ahead and maybe explore our 60s pack, and it's probably the appropriate era. But you can see how each one's different than the other. But we're going to go ahead and maybe jump into this cinnamon preset. So then we can finish it off and kind of really complete the vintage vibe with our tools. So if we go into our Frontier tools, and maybe we want to really give it a little extra pop, so we can push that clarity way up. Then again, maybe add some grain to it to give it that vibe. And finally, if we want to add a vignette, we can do that. So where we came from is right here. And then after applying a preset from our vintage pack and then finishing it with some of our tools, we got to here to complete that nostalgic vibe. So we really hope this system works for you. We're happy you purchased the presets. More importantly, we hope they expand your creative vision and allow you to do it in a more efficient manner. And we will see you out there on the photo frontier.